Good morning. So I know you're interested in seeing how to do an animation, a simple animation using the serial display on an Arduino. So here you can see I've got a what appears to be a line that's able to bounce around, and I can set that anywhere I want. I can bring it out high, I can bring it out low. It's doing it in real time. But it looks like that line is actually just moving. But if you see, the scroll bar is just flying down. Okay, this is ending up being one really long document. I'm going to stop auto scroll, and you can see it's just hundreds if not thousands of individual frames that when they're playing looks like it's animated. And of course if I bring the screen up I can have it so it's just on one. So I could have an animation that's able to look like it's walking or whatever else, as long as it stays within the confines of one length of a serial window. And the way I did it is, of course, here I'm actually collecting data, so I'm doing an analog read. And what I do is I print this line, right? Then, because I'm doing an analog read, the biggest number it can be is 1024. Well, I don't want to have 1024 stars going out in this direction. So I divide that number by 20, so I'd have around 50 at the most. And then I created a simple loop which printed that many stars on one line. Then I print, after it gets done doing that, I print a new line, and of course this new grouping of equals to give us that bottom line on the chart, so the frame of the animation. Then what I did is just print a whole bunch of dead spaces, because I wanted to make it so that if I compress this, it would look as though it's the only thing on the serial window. Okay, so all it's really doing is it's just refreshing it every 100 milliseconds and drawing a new complete picture, but you can't see it. It happens so quickly that it looks like it's animating, and yet what's really happening is thousands and thousands and thousands of individual frames are slowly being printed. And you could probably get a frame rate I should do this real quick. Let's try going like let's try 300 milliseconds. Let's see if we can actually notice the jerkiness of that. You can choose a frame rate which is not jerky. Alright, so see, that's jerky. It doesn't it doesn't look very good. So my guess is you probably do want to keep it. Let's try 200. Even that's a little jerky. So I'm going to guess 100 was a pretty good guess. I should have just ran with it. But you can do your own experimenting. And so I'm going to post this up on YouTube, and I will email this code and you can play with it. Again, notice I'm hooked up on pin A0. Okay, so I'm doing an analog read, but you can be doing whatever you want. Anything at all should work just fine. Just keep the size to fit within a frame, something like that. Alright, I will see you again soon.